has exposed it even more, where we know some students are not getting the normal tuition they should have because of all the circumstances, not being able to go to school, not having access to resources at home, and still at the end, everybody faces a final examination.
And I'd also like to add that in our case, both the final exam that we will be writing and the SBA that we've been working on for the course of a period of time, both of these things are going to be affected because we've been working from home. In many cases, we haven't been able to see our teachers and we've just been sitting at a desk. So you can't expect that we're going to carry out that SBA in the same way. Of course, we can do our very best at it, but we're used to writing it on paper, showing it to our teachers, and being able to interact with in that way and not with sending it on Google Docs and then getting it back. And some teachers, as try as they might, they are still not able to get a hang of that technology because they've been used to pen and paper for this entire time. So it's a very abrupt change that they have to make. And furthermore, when we sit that final exam, we are used to having our end of term examinations. You come in, you sit it, and then at the end of that, you get your results. We're used to having, probably at this time, we would have been having mock exams where we'd be able to get a feel of what the CSEC examination is supposed to be like. And we don't have that. We can do our past papers sitting in our rooms or at our desks and having the camera on, but I highly doubt that's not the way that CSEC is going to be having it. So we're going to be going into CSEC for the first time and having a very incomplete idea of what that exam is going to be like, and not to mention the amount of nerves that can come over a person. There's nerves regardless when you're doing CSEC, but when you come in with this idea, I haven't been at school in so long, and I know my SBA is not like that, and I know that the exam is a bunch of things. It's a lot of pressure on the person mentally as well. So you can't just look at the syllabus and what you have and have not covered, because you could still have the entire syllabus down and you could have studied, but because the situation itself is so stressful, things are changing at a rapid pace, people are dying every day, the news is constantly depressing, that's going to have an effect on the student's mental health, especially when you are so young and you're just coming into the world and you don't know what's going on and there's just so much on your plate all at once. It's extremely difficult for you to focus and process as a normal student, far less when you have this exam that's been built up and up and up for 5 years, and then all of a sudden everything changes.